guys, welcome to my channel, Laura Humphreys Health. I'm Laura. Hello. If you don't know me, I specialise in something called biofeedback, which stimulates your body back to balance. If you like this video, please click the little button, share, comment. If you want to keep up to date with more videos like this, hit that little subscribe button. I'd be really stoked. So in light of these challenging times with the coronavirus, I wanted to make a video on how you can boost your immune system naturally, why it's vital to support your immune system, to introduce you to 4 of my favourite supplements where you will discover the key benefits, how they've personally helped me, and to let you know that I'm still very much doing biofeedback sessions remotely at more than 50% off. But more about that later. Your immune system is your body's front line of defence, and it protects you in multiple ways. Firstly, it creates a barrier that prevents bacteria, parasites and viruses from entering your body. Secondly, it detects those pathogens generally before they've had a chance to reproduce and cause havoc. And thirdly, if they do manage to seep through, your immune system helps to eliminate them. Just as we talk about biofeedback helping your body get back to balance, its homeostasis state, your immune system also has what's called immune homeostasis. And one of its main sources of strength comes from the foods you eat. So ensuring you keep a healthy gut through nutrient-rich foods will help your body fight off invaders that can otherwise make you ill, just like the flu. Here are my 4 favourite supplements to help support you through that very process, boosting and protecting your immune system. So my number 1 immune boosting supplement is vitamin C, otherwise known as ascorbic acid. Now, vitamin C is water soluble, meaning your body doesn't store or produce any. So once it's excreted, that's once you've peed it out, your body doesn't replenish it. So even eating large quantities of vitamin C rich foods isn't always adequate for your body, especially if you've got a high carb diet. So vitamin C's main benefits are it's a powerful antioxidant and anti-carcinogenic. It aids elimination, which in turn boosts your body's energy, prevents anemia by aiding the absorption of iron, improves heart health by reducing cholesterol and triglycerides, and promotes glowing skin as it synthesizes the production of collagen needed for skin renewal and wound healing. Foods most rich in vitamin C are citrus fruits, oranges, grapefruits, pineapples, kiwis, papayas. Some of the veggies are bell peppers, broccoli, spinach, ginger and garlic. So if you have a known compromised immune system, then please eliminate all grains. If not, significantly cut them back. So twice a week maximum. The potential deficiency signs are chronic fatigue, tiredness, feeling sluggish, especially after meals, don't exercise enough, poor digestion and constipation, muscle and joint pain. Your skin is dry and flaky, especially on your face. You may be experiencing bleeding gums, problems fighting infections, and slow wound healing. So my personal experience with vitamin C is that it aided me through a bowel infection, where I was told by the doctors to just keep taking painkillers, which I ended up doing 4 hourly. Now, I never take painkillers. So obviously wanting to cut these back and down as soon as possible, I researched into the benefits of vitamin C and decided to give it a go. After 1 dose, the pain stopped. It was incredible. And the intermittent fever went. So in my eyes, it evidently cleared the infection. So the supplement that helped me through this crisis was Solgar's vitamin C at 1500 milligrams with rose hips. Now, ordinarily, I would take 1 to 2 of these per day as a maintenance, but during this pandemic, I've upped it to 3 to 4 per day, so 6,000 milligrams. And if you're experiencing symptoms, I would suggest 3 to 4 an hour, or until what they call bowel tolerance, i.e. until you get diarrhea. Then you just drop it back. It's totally safe and will just speed up the healing process by aiding your body to eliminate any pathogens. At the moment, they're currently trialling very high doses of vitamin C intravenously for cancer and COVID-19, and from what I've read, are having some successful results. So I'll pop some links below on the articles that I've found. Number 2 of my top immune system boosters is zinc. Now, zinc is a trace mineral, which means we need it in smaller amounts, particularly as the body doesn't store it. Now, it's a cofactor for thousands of enzymes, and these enzymes need zinc to accomplish their many vital jobs. Dr. Eric Berg notes zinc is one of the most common deficiencies in crops in the agricultural soil they're grown in, and specifically describes soil deficiencies are widespread in Asia. It is also said a third of the population are deficient in zinc, another interesting link with the COVID-19. So zinc's benefits are, it's a natural antidepressant because dopamine, the pleasure giver, binds to zinc, and the opposite to pleasure is depression. It also helps regulate your hormone production, promotes growth and repair, specifically your hair and your nails, aids skin problems such as acne and wound healing, reduces inflammation and fights free radical damage, protecting you against disease, therefore aiding your immune system. Zinc's top foods are lamb, grass-fed beef, seafood, seaweed, shellfish, legumes, chickpeas, lentils and beans, seeds, so hemp, flax, pumpkin or squash, nuts, kefir yogurt, cottage cheese, mushrooms, spinach and avocados. Be careful though, as GMO foods along with grains can act as a zinc blocker. So it's a really good idea to reduce the grains and also buy organic where and if you can. So potential deficiency signs are low immunity, dwarfism, poor nail and hair growth, white specks on your fingernails, high sugar can also cause this, acne and slow wound healing, lack of taste and smell, another interesting link to COVID-19, and prostate issues such as hypogonadism, where you have small testicles, don't produce enough testosterone, experience low libido and or have fertility issues. Now, Dr. Berg says there's actually a zinc test you can do at home, so put a little on your tongue, and if you can't taste any at all, then you're deficient, but if it tastes really metallic-y, then you've got enough. So I thought that was a really cool tip to try. Number 3 of the top immune system boosters is the baobab powder. Now, baobab powder comes from the fruit of the baobab tree, where it grows on the end of its branches and looks a bit like an elongated coconut, and bakes in the sun for about 6 months of the year. The pulp is scooped out and dehydrated into powder, which you can add to water, smoothies or soups, and it just tastes a bit sherbety. Even my 2-year-old would drink it without shuddering. A happy toddler is a happy mommy. Baobab's main benefits are its rich natural source of vitamin C and antioxidants, which aids energy release and collagen production. It has prebiotic fibres which help promote good bacteria in your gut, aiding digestion, eliminating constipation and therefore helping your sleep. As vitamin C does, it increases your body's ability to absorb iron, so it protects you against from being anemic. It's also highly alkalizing, which is what you want, as an acidic body is a harbouring ground for viruses, bacteria and parasites. So eat as alkalizing as possible, lots of greens, and promotes good bacteria in your gut, which aids your immune system's job in protecting you against the pathogens and eradicating those nasty invaders. So my personal experience, I started to notice I felt quite ill and my bowel movements weren't normal. And I felt really heavy on the right hand side on my ascending colon, just at the same time as my vitamin C story. So I realised it could be quite serious. And it had been going on for quite a few months. And I tried everything in my toolkit. Large quantities of magnesium and even Epsom salt splashes only seemed to be clearing my transverse and descending colon, but nothing was moving this blockage right here. So one evening I looked into vitamin C's naturally high foods and came across the baobab powder. So I had 1 teaspoonful of water, and that very evening, about an hour later, I could feel it all dispersing. There was absolutely no cramping and no pain whatsoever. It did keep me up for quite a lot of the time in the night, but half of it was psychological, excited that it was actually moving this blockage. And the other half was just keeping me awake, so I recommend you take it in the morning. I also completely cut out grains and was just eating soups, salads and juices to give my body the best chance of healing and aiding the blockage to clear. So the wonder supplement I used was this one from Seven Hills Whole Foods. It's just 2 to 4 teaspoons in a smoothie or juice, or in your breakfast, or in some water throughout the day. Number 4 of my top immune system boosters is thyme essential oil. Now, thyme is a perennial herb from the mint family. Ancient Egyptians used it for embalming practices due to its high antibacterial properties, and the ancient Greeks used it for incense as it helps to clear airborne viruses. These days, it's better known for aiding flavour to our culinary dishes. But let me tell you, this little herb is so much more than that. So let's have a look at some of thyme's benefits. It's an antimicrobial, antioxidant, anti-carcinogenic, and it has anti-inflammatory properties. Pretty awesome already. It's packed with vitamin A and C, so as soon as you start getting an onset of a cold or flu type symptoms, take a few drops. More about how to do that in a minute. It's a natural cough remedy, great for respiratory infections and really soothing. It reduces fungus in the body, so it helps to clear candida and thrush in the mouth and vagina. The best way to really banish thrush is to cut out sugar. And it also helps to lower blood pressure and cholesterol. So my personal experience with how thyme helped me is that I started to feel quite unwell after a really emotionally intense time, a lot of traveling and admittedly eating things I wouldn't normally, aka too many carbs. I felt exhausted. This went on for a few days, and then I started to notice spots appearing on the back of my throat. So I scanned myself on the biofeedback machine and tonsillitis showed. So when I saw that, it totally made sense. So I sent the feedback on the tonsillitis back to myself, which stimulates your body's natural healing response and aids it back to balance. More about the workings of biofeedback another time. But after reading how powerful thyme was for respiratory infections when searching for natural remedies for coughs and COVID-19 protection, I decided to try it as a throat spray. So I bought these little bottles initially for hand sanitizers, and I put just 4 drops in a little water and began my first dose. After about an hour, I noticed the pain subsiding. So every time it came back, I got little twinges. I'd give myself another spray. By the end of that day, the spots had gone. By the beginning of the next morning, my energy was back to normal. It was incredible. So this little guy is always close to hand. So ways you can use thyme as a hand sanitizer, as I just initially spoke about. So you can use it a few drops in a spray bottle. I've also been putting it in our hand soaps in our bathrooms around the house to really up the antibacterial protection. And you can use it as a throat spray like I did, just 3 or 4 drops in a little bit of water, and spray daily for protection or hourly if you're fighting something off. And lastly, you can use it in a vaporizer, so protect your home against any airborne pathogens. And this is the essential oil that I used from a company called Naissance. Really awesome. So as you can imagine, I was completely thrilled when I popped into the pharmacy and saw these. I just love it when convention meets alternative. So if you're still listening, well done. I just want to say I'm now offering distant biofeedback sessions at less than half price at just £25 per session during these extraordinary times. So please contact me if you'd like a session, or if that's still too much, then just let me know and we can sort something out. So in the meantime, please keep safe and keep well. Disclaimer, if you've experienced pain, bowel blockages, fevers, coughs, or any other conditions, please contact your doctor. The supplements and experiences I've shared are in addition to supporting your health and not exclusive. Stay well.